Each year, the entertainment industry grows in size. This movie theater behind me, Studio Movie Girl, is just one of the places where people can take part to be inspired with this industry. There are roughly 2 million people in the entertainment industry as of May 2021. Sales in 2019 were all exceeding numbers of $461 billion. In the 1820s, people used to go out to see young women sing, which then evolved to shows for all families to watch in the 1850s. By 1893, Thomas Edison began to develop the kinetoscope, but no one expected this to change how the world would see entertainment today. Edison gave people the ability to see moving pictures one at a time in a certain number of minutes. After color and sound was introduced to the entertainment industry, long-length movies were created in the early 1930s. In the past, the cast of both movies were predominantly white people. Other ethnicities were rarely seen on television. Discrimination has been seen all over the world, no matter the type of job industry or lifestyle a person is living. Since the entertainment industry aims to please a certain type of audience, they tend to hire specific people for different types of roles. Most of the time, men and women are not paid equally as well. Solutions such as reducing taxes to support equal pay policies, expanding recruitment throughout the world, reporting of ethnicities in a workplace, and creating organizations to track and help incorporate a more mixed-race entertainment industry could help maintain a fair opportunity for all types of people. Every day, people are faced with unequal pay when compared to other employees. One of the problems people face in the entertainment industry, because of the type of race or gender they are, is low wages. In 2022, authors and members of the National Conference of State Legislators, a Fiscal Affairs Program, Jackson Brainerd and Andrea Jimenez writes, film tax incentives typically come in the form of tax credits equal to a percentage of film or television productions qualified in state spending and or exemption from sales tax on qualified transactions. The credits are often refundable or transferable. If the value of a company's credits is higher than its tax liability, it can sell the excess credits to another taxpayer who owes the state taxes. By reducing taxes for businesses, they could also use that money saved from the tax incentives to give workers a higher wage salary or bonuses every few months. Additionally, in 2022, the California Department of Industrial Relations stated, the Amend Equal Pay Act prohibits an employer from paying any of its employees wage rates that are less than what it pays employees of the opposite sex, or of another race, or of another ethnicity for substantially similar work, when viewed as a composite of skill, effort, and responsibility, and performed under similar working conditions. With the leftover money from the tax incentives, entertainment companies could also make or expand already existing equal pay policies. I am here at the City Hall of Cedar Hill, just one of the places where these equal pay policies could be enforced. Society would not have to worry about experiencing inequality within the entertainment industry if these policies were targeted to all states. This way, equal pay is given to employees no matter the location. Hi, I am here today with one of Dallas's most known entertainers, Christian radio host, Starlene Stringer.
Hi there.
So I have some questions to ask you.
Okay.
Is the pay between men and women a big drastic change in the entertainment industry?
A big drastic change. Yes. Give me like the difference in between it, like
Yes.
who gets paid more. Men definitely get paid more. And so that's not a good thing. It's a constant battle for women. We have to fight for it, but you know, it's come a long way.
Do you think the entertainment industry needs equal pay policies to like even everything out?
Yeah, I think women should get paid even more than men because equal pay is good. We should get more pay for all the back pay that we didn't get, but because we do the same job that they do. If you're doing the same job, I feel you should get the same pay. You know, it's like not asking someone to give you more than what you deserve. But if someone's doing the same job you're doing, they shouldn't get paid more because they're a man. That's my opinion.
Mentor programs and career fairs are all held all over the world to give people the opportunity to explore their interests and the type of job they want to work. If the entertainment industry held these programs, people would get the chance to see more jobs within the industry, making the industry have more employees and a new fresh set of voices performing. In 2020, Associate Professor at University of Connecticut for Sociology, Matthew Huey states, throughout her analysis, Erica shies away from band-aid remedies that often circulate in discussion of film and fairness, advocating people of color as directors for actors without performing the obstacles creating the wounds of inequality will be of fleeting meaning and significance. Huey explains how biases are used every day. In this example, African Americans aiming to achieve great success in the entertainment industry are being supported by other African Americans, but those people of color are not helping remove any of those challenges. So how can society help people in the entertainment industry? Huey also claims, for instance, films with 2 or more black actors in principal roles tend to raise box office revenues by more than 60% compared with films without black leads, coupled with the fact that expensive films by white directors and with white leads commonly flop the apprehension of a diverse cast and directors is both irrational and racist. These mentorship programs in communities would bring in more money each year with the help of tracking the percentage of income that comes in every year from entertainment. Here at the Gardner Fine Arts Academy, elementary students show their talent at their yearly Hearts Fest. This showcase is the start of these students' entertainment lifestyle that could expand to more recruitment all around the world. Communities, schools, and towns could get the chance to see how much work is involved in creating the entertainment industry society so loves. With this change, entertainment companies can also get an increase in new diverse employees. Okay. Have you ever been to a college fair or a convention for the entertainment industry, and what stood out to you?
I have. It's been a long time since I've been to it. So I've been to one before when I was a college student, and of course wanted to go to the convention and try to get a job. And it's a totally different thing when you go back and you're presenting to tell people about jobs. So now I've been doing radio and television for 30 years in Dallas-Fort Worth and 25 years at this one radio station in particular at 94.9 KLTY. And so going back now, I'm the person who's like telling people about radio and telling them how they can get into entertainment and what the jobs are like and trying to get kids to be interested. So it's 2 different perspectives.
I was going to say, do you think it's an effective way to recruit new entertainers through those college fairs?
I think college fairs are a good way to recruit new people, but now, like I said, with social media, you can find new talent all the time, just about anywhere. Even with the college fairs out there, I feel like people that want a job in entertainment just need to apply. Sometimes people are like, oh, I don't know why I didn't get a job or why they didn't look at me. And I'm like, did you apply? So sometimes just taking that first step in applying or maybe posting. These days, like, you young people, you guys post to YouTube and post to Instagram and post to TikTok. We see that.
Have you ever wondered about the types of people we typically see in entertainment? If you glance at a movie, who do you see? Who are your favorite singers? Well, the real question is, how credible of an entertainer are they? In 2023, Stephen Carson and his fellow high-up administrators in various schools claim, this lack of improvement is noteworthy because gender and race participation in the creative arts is robust. Thus, highly qualified female and people of color candidates for leadership positions in the movie industry should not be rare. Yet, industry sources often reflect common views that female and minority directors pose certain risks. Carson explains how women and African Americans are not seen to have leading roles within the industry, since Caucasian people are scared they will lose their positions. If companies got count of the types of people working for them with monthly documents, then people would be able to see an estimate of how unbalanced the industry really is. Carson and his fellow authors also stated, the results show evidence of biases favoring male, non-minority directors in project assignments, budgeting, and distribution. These biases are stronger for movies with female and minority lead actors, but weaker for directors with high clout and for international directors. A matched sample analysis illustrates that women directors produce similar outcomes with lower budgets, and that minority directors produce outside revenues with equivalent budgets. If monthly documents were used at television stations right behind me, the company could be able to report types of race, gender, and the number of employees they have. The Equal Pay Act could also make sure that these stations are paying employees fairly. These documents could also influence more diversity in the company. With new employees, the entertainment industry gives the audience a different viewpoint while giving employees an increase in income.
Do you think the company and the entertainment industry is diverse?
My company?
Yes.
No. I don't think it is as diverse as it could be. We do have different, stations, and so there's the Latino stations, and you may have like Christian and gospel, and our company has more of the Christian side. And so when it comes to diversity, we probably could use a little more love. You know what I mean? So definitely room for improvement when it comes to diversity within our company. And what was the second part of the question?
The entertainment industry?
The entertainment
as a whole.
Same. No, they're changing now. So when you watch maybe a newscast on television, you will see that, okay, they're mixing it in. Or if you're listening to a radio show, you're going to hear a little of this and a little of that. And I think that makes it better because you want to include everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
And do you think it would be more honest and credible if the audience knew and recorded those ethnicities to tell their viewers who is talking to them?
No, I don't. I don't think that could be a good argument, but I would say no, because I've been approached to do that sometimes, and I'm like, no, you shouldn't have to say, hi, I'm so-and-so, and I'm black, or hi, I'm so-and-so, and I'm Latino, or, they shouldn't have to introduce themselves. First of all, the biggest thing people used to say to me when they would meet me in person, when they didn't see me on TV, they would only hear on radio, they go, oh my God, I didn't know you were black. And I get that from black people and white people. But at first I was like, oh, that's kind of rude. Why are you saying that? But then I take it as a compliment, because you shouldn't listen to someone speak on a radio station and know if they're black, Hispanic, Asian or whatever. You should just like the show.
If the entertainment industry invested in creating organizations, then they could influence companies to include a more mixed race population of employees. These organizations could also help bring in more diversity by not denying people because of their race or gender. In 2021, Associate Professor in Communication and Arts of Media and Diversity, David O., states article titles, Ghost in the Shell's Whitewashing. Does Hollywood have an Asian problem? Attempting the impossible. Why does Western cinema whitewash Asian stories? The headlines above are one manifestation of the popular attention paid to white hypervisibility in the stories of racial others. Another is online activism, which has called for a greater symbolic inclusion in Hollywood. This was most visible in #OscarsSoWhite, the Twitter hashtag created by April Rain, to publicly mock the Academy Awards' lack of nominees of color. O explains how white people change their appearance to take on Asian roles. The hashtag he mentions, #OscarsSoWhite, was a time when people were boycotting the Oscars since people felt that the Oscars, that was mostly run by white men, were favoring white actors. From 2000 to 2019, there were less than 25 black employees in film companies. With the use of these organizations, they could conduct background checks to prove entertainment companies are being credible, honest, and are attempting to provide that knowledge of history and culture to the audience. They could also give future entertainers a chance to perform on stage. O also claims Aloha was especially singled out for its casting of Emma Stone as Allison Ng, despite director Cameron Crowe's claim that the Allison Ng character was inspired by a real-life, mixed-race, white, Hawaiian, and Chinese person. The casting choice was understood as fitting a pattern of whitewashing. Come on with me, let's go in. Here at this movie theater is just one of the places Aloha could have been watched. The production crew came back and said they lost $20 million. If the organizations were set in place to notify this audience about the ethnicities of each actor, then the film company would have not lost nearly as much money as they did. These background checks could have also given the entertainment industry a positive impact by not only increasing ticket sales, but also the revenue brought in from those ticket sales.
Do you think organizations could incorporate more diversity?
I definitely think organizations could incorporate more diversity. I think they kind of make it harder than it needs to be. They oftentimes overthink it and say, well, I don't know how we're going to do this, or how are we going to find this person, or we're going to apply for that. Just, tell people what you need and seek out true good talent. And there's talent in every community, in every race. There's I mean, we all have funny friends in every different race you can imagine, and every different neighborhood. It's out there.
Mm. And what do you think about mixed race entertainment companies?
What do you mean?
Like, say you have more diversity in your company. Like, there's a lot of diversity, like in schools in Houston.
Yeah, I think that's impressive. I think that when you have companies that seek out more diversity, I think that's a beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. I think that it makes them more open to the community. That's what communities are. In every city, they're very diverse. And if you offer what people can see in themselves in entertainment, it makes the entertainment world a better place. Mm-hmm. So, when you look on TV and you see someone who looks like you, it's like when you buy a Barbie and you start to see them and you go, oh my God, it looks like me. You're like, yes. So people want to be able to love themselves and where they come from and who they are. And entertainment should reflect that because all of us have something great to offer.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for interviewing me. It was so awesome. My girl.
If people do not stand up and enforce change, then gender and racial discrimination will continue to spread all throughout the entertainment industry. Together as a nation, people could put an end to all the madness discrimination has brought to entertainment. All it takes is for people to make an effort to use solutions like tax reductions, expanding recruitment, maintaining a log of ethnic groups within companies, and using organizations to identify mixed race companies. The public eye is cut off from seeing discrimination-related problems, but if people use these solutions, then they can unravel all the secrets that have haunted mankind for centuries within the entertainment industry. If you agree to finally put an end to this harsh prejudice called discrimination, then please fill out my survey to end gender and racial discrimination.